Good morning, good morning. Hey guys, how are you? Hey guys, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You can say it back. Good morning. Good morning. Guys, if you're ordering from the company that I market, what happened? If you're ordering from the company, just understand that everything is on back order. A lot of people have joined. A lot of people are now ordering their products, and then you have huge companies that are buying in bulk. So that's what's going on. So your product will come to you. Just give it a minute. All right. So this is my morning routine, and I honestly was going to start, and I was like, Shiny, you told people you was going to start at 6 a.m. All right. I have allergies. Boom. We're okay with that, right? All right. I am Shania Middleton from ShaniaProFitness.com and ShaniaTheBody.com. I formulate videos or commercials or ads or photos that lead you to understanding of how important it is to move your body. And being that I have been a personal trainer for about 25 years, no, I'm just kidding, like 20 years, what I do now is I have, I would say, dived into, because I always did music videos, and I did a movie last year called Beach Bum where I explore my sensuality and I love my body and I show my body, but now we've dived into it, and so I do everything that you guys see me doing as far as fitness and movement. I do it on my website in the nude, so that's ShaniaTheBody.com, and that's only 18 and over. So if you're a kid and you're watching this, I don't feel bad if someone's younger watching this, because they get older. And if I'm the person they looked up to, then it's great that they can find my website later on in life, okay? What I wanted to talk about today is pretty important, and some of it will be reviewing some things, and then I'm going to get into a flow. But let me get my sensual music behind me. It's always great to just cleanse your palate when you wake up in the morning. Mind you, you can tell I did something to my face. I just wasn't going to come on camera just all rinky-dinky, manicka, slinky, because I just don't know how far this video may go. So I was like, wake up with me, but in all actuality, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to make sure I'm on camera looking my best as good as I could in the morning, because my oldest daughter is up and so is the baby. So when you wake up, you want to, I wouldn't advise cold water, but because I'm outside, I don't want to overheat, so I'm going to use cold water. And just take a couple swallows. Take a couple swallows. All right? Take a couple swallows of water after you have cleansed your mouth. Do not drink anything, or you know how you wake up in the morning and you just want to swallow? Don't do that. Spit up, hawk up. I remember when every time I'm pregnant, I'm like, God, please don't let my kids have allergies. But in all actuality, when you have allergies, you blow your nose so much, your body is refusing the mucus. That's actually what allergies are. It's almost like your body is refusing toxicity. So when you're always sneezing and you're hawking up, imagine this is the stuff that people keep in. The people that don't have allergies, the people that don't sneeze, the people that don't blow their nose. This shit is inside of them. Whereas people with allergies, bitch, we done blowed our nose about 100 million times today. So I just think about that, because of course it's annoying, and I didn't take my Claritin, so you're going to see me blowing my nose a little bit more today or on this video. But when you wake up, see, I'm already starting with the information, so go get your notes. When you wake up, and this is good, have some candles in your house. Now, mind you, everything that I show you guys, I'm not stupid. I will either make investments in. If I'm showing you something, either I'm going to make an investment in it or sell it one day for myself, okay? Right now, I just had a baby, and so there's things taking my mind other than me inventing something right now. So what I'm going to do is just remember the things that were super important in my life, and then either make an investment where I go into the stock of an item, or I'll invent it myself, or sell it, that kind of product myself. Candles are super important to have around your home. You'll find that now, when you do love candles, be careful because you can't burn down your bitch at the same time. So just be mindful that you have candles lit, but they just cleanse the air, and it's something with fire, especially when they're not deep and it's lit on the surface somewhat and the fire can rise up. When this happens, fire creates energy and it just cleanses that area. So I love my candles. I'm going to put my candles by my stones, one candle by my stones. I believe in stones. I'll show them to you in a minute, or maybe you'll see them when I hit the ground. But light your candles. So let's get into it, all right? In the morning, before you make a whole bunch of swallows and you're swallowing all that grit from resting through the night, you're going to make sure you go to that sink or urinate first, whichever one you got to do first. Urinate, fart, whatever you got to do. It's your body's way of cleansing itself. So if you have something in your mouth or your throat, it's supposed to come out just like urine and bowel, right? So all of this has to come out. Do not sit here and making all these swallows in the morning, all right? Go to the bathroom first. Even if you have a baby and you woke up because you have to, attend to the baby, I would not, unless something dramatic happened, I will not kiss my children without gargling and brushing my teeth first, okay? And washing my face, because you have bed face, okay? Your skin, you know how you wake up in the morning and now you have a pimple? You didn't have a pimple when you went to sleep. It's because your body was cleansing itself while you rest. So now you went to the restroom, you gargled, you flossed. This is the order. You gargle so that now all of that grit is loose in your mouth, in between your teeth. So you're gargling for at least a minute. And then you floss, getting all the grit out in between your teeth. Flossing is super important. Look at my teeth. So I don't want you to think that this advice is vain, or this advice is stupid. My teeth are completely straight. These are my teeth, right? First thing is, these are my teeth. I have never had braces, and I don't have any cavities, okay? So, and I don't have tonsils either. So just in case you're like, her mouth look different. Yes, it does. So anywho, I'm giving you advice from someone you should be taking advice from. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had a mouth full of grit and cavities from here to the front to the back, then I can understand you hesitating listening. But I'm giving you advice because it works. So you gargle first, right? Then you floss because now everything is loose. And then you brush to get everything out. I don't believe in the soft toothbrushes. Now, if you just have sensitive gums because you have not gone to the dentist often, or you don't go to the dentist, or you don't floss, then get a soft brush, because other than that, you're going to have a lot of bleeding in your mouth, which leads to bad breath. So you can start off with a soft brush. But if you are like me, you're starting to notice that they don't even sell hard brushes anymore. And it's because they want us to be all plaqued up with cavities. Trust me. There's an agenda here, okay? Things that absolutely age you, they take off the market. So hopefully that's a part of my Amazon shop, and I can have a hard brush that I sell, because that hard toothbrush really does get all of that plaque and decay off. And that is super important, because when you don't remove it, what you do is you swallow it, which turns into, it's not good for your body, period. So you woke up, you cleaned your mouth, you washed your face because you have bed face. And then you begin your day, right? You kiss your children, you kiss yourself, whatever you want to do. Now, you want to swallow some water. If you take pills in the morning, so a lot of people on medication, and this is the time. Take it with your water. Water just begins your body and it lets it know, hey, I love you, I appreciate you. I just want to hydrate you real quick because you were sleeping, and therefore sometimes rest takes energy. Did y'all know that? So let me give you a swallow of water or two, all right? Now, something else you can do and add to your life. You don't have to add this to your life, but I do. And I'm so hesitant in talking about this is because it's scary. But the coronavirus is getting closer and closer to home. Like, I'm seeing a post, this person passed away. People that I know. This person had it, they fought it. This person just got it. And so I'm just letting you know that when this pandemic began, there were certain things that I saw on my news feed, and Sage was one of them. So I don't know how things have been in my life, because I've been to Walmart. I've been to, I don't think I've been to Publix, but I've been to Walmart. I've been in my vehicle. I've been to the doctor. Other places that I've been. I don't remember everywhere. But who knows? Who knows what has been removed, or what things that I have, what kind of energies I remove by always saging. I'm always saging. So I'm going to give you guys advice because you're paying attention to me, and therefore you deserve to know. You take your sage around your throat area. All right. I don't know if you ever heard this before. Probably not. This is something that God told me to do, because your throat area controls everything. Now, I'm not a doctor. Let's just put this straight out. I'm Shania, and this is just something that I am telling you, okay? This is just something I am telling you for the betterment of you. Put the sage around your throat area, clearing up your esophagus, because what they say happens. The mucus builds up, right? They're always trying to give you remedies. Use hot tea, boil the ginger, boil this, boil that. Take your sage, put it on your throat area, okay? If you smoke and you do all this other stuff, I don't know if I'm really talking to you. I'm talking to people that do not smoke. I don't really know if this can work for smokers. I'm not sure. But if you don't smoke, clear your passageway with sage. Whenever you come into your home, clear your passageway with the sage. All right? You never know what this may do for you. You see? That was mucus. I didn't want to do that on camera. I knew it was going to be a lot. All right, so we're moving on. We're moving on. I don't want to just keep telling you guys about meditation. I'm going to start doing it with you. So what I do is I go on YouTube and I Google meditation music for positive energy. Let's do that one. I've done this one a lot, just so you can see what it looks like, because a lot of times when I'm telling you something, it's just different than seeing it. So I'm on YouTube, and this is Boost Your Aura, Attract Positive Energy. So to me, that's super important, because I'm live with you guys, and I don't need any negative forces coming between what I'm doing. I think I left the speaker in the house, so I'll be back, and I need to get some hand sanitizer anyways. Okay. So let's get into a vibe. Always have sanitizer with you. I don't know if it's better than washing your hands, but this son of a gun says 99%, and I don't know if soap says 99%. I wanted to come out here with the sunrise with you guys. Let me see if I can show you the sunrise behind me. Can you guys see the sun is rising? Nope, hold on. Hold on. Bumble cleats. Cha. This is going to be the funniest live in history. Hold on. Okay. Can you see the sunrise? I have to get up and move this thing. See it? Alright. I wanted you guys to wake up with me with the sunrise because this is the time that I'm up. Good morning to everyone leaving a comment. This is the time that I'm up. And every morning I get up and I'm like, I wish the people were with me. So God was like, do it today. So here we are. So now you know how to get that positive music going. I told you guys before, I play affirmations in my home. Just get yourself a speaker. My kids, anyways, get yourself a speaker. You play the positive affirmations because I can't control how my kids are going to turn out. I just can control what I've put into them. Okay? So I'm going to live each and every day like I won't be here tomorrow. So that's why I'm jumbling up as much as I can into this live because I don't know when I'll be able to go live again. Who knows, right? They may shut off social media. But hey, today you showed up and you learned something. To protect yourself and protect your family. That's what I'm here for. And same thing with my children. I don't know when I'm going to wake up. So let me just make sure that I put into you everything that can help you grow as a human being without humans. Right? Because the thing is, we have to stop relying on people. People will let you down every chance they get. You have to know how to have a life just based on your quality. All right. Today I'm going to read from Psalms. And reading the Bible is super important. I'm going to tell you why. Because no matter what you are and who you are as a human being, it will help improve something for you. I'm going to repeat that again. Let's repeat that again. I'm going to bring you guys down a little bit. Yeah. Because no matter what you are and who you are, y'all have no idea. When I come out here, I promise y'all, the cats, the dogs, everything that lives in my neighborhood comes right around this patio. Because they can feel that energy. Everyone wants knowledge, okay? So what happens, watch, when you get your pets, or if you already have a pet, you'll see when you start reading something juicy like the Bible, they're going to start coming around you to hear it. So I told you guys Psalms is actually the meaning of a song. And so it brings happiness into your life. And I don't know about you, but more than not, I need happiness into my life right now. Okay, like I told you, I'm getting almost every day now. Somebody caught the virus. Somebody caught the virus. And it's hurting my feelings. It's hurting my feelings, okay? So we're going to pray for everybody once I'm done reading this. I like to read the Bible. That's why I don't incorporate you guys, because I like to read the Bible before I go live, so that I am smart and I make sure that I say things that are effective. But Jesus told me to go live with you guys while I'm reading. All right. And this isn't a lesson. I've done videos where I'm reading the scripture with you, but I have already read the Bible before I went live. Let's start from Psalms. What did I read yesterday? And was it Psalms 42? No, it was something. When I see the title, I'll know. It was a Psalms to pretty much. I'm going to go to 1 and see if that was it. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Yeah! It was 1. Okay. Psalms 1. The way of the righteous, right? Because it's one thing for me to be me. Because you may see me out in the street and caught me at a bad hour. And you may be like, ugh, right? You may totally change your opinion on me. And because I'm lit or somebody did something or my children not listening. So all of a sudden you catch me when I'm like, right? But the core of me is righteous, okay? The core of me. So, the way of the righteous, which is very important for us to strive to be. We need to strive to be righteous, y'all. I don't care if you're poisonous. I don't care if your whole goal is to be evil. You have to strive for righteousness. Okay? Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Let me read it again. The way of the righteous. That's the title of Psalms 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. Okay? So it's saying that you are blessed when you do not walk in the counsel of the ungodly. Okay? So you're already blessed when you do not walk with people that don't walk with God. Okay? Also, you are blessed when you do not stand in the way of sinners. Okay? Meaning that I'm not hanging with y'all. All right? Nor do you sit in the seat of the scornful. Do you know who's scornful? What that is? What kind of person that is? Someone that's always like, you mother effer. They're always scorning you. They're always calling you something. Okay? So when you don't sit with those people, you're already blessed. All right? But, this is the but, all right? But his delight is in the law of the Lord. So when you're righteous, this is what pleases you. The law of the Lord. And in his law doth he meditate day and night. Everyone is born a sinner. Okay? That is why I always try to relate to you that I cannot control how my kids end up. I'm just going to put in the most good that I can. Right? My kids, my mother personally, I'm going to give you a personal story. My mother had me in Catholic school. I was doing great. Right? Educational wise. But she didn't like how they not chastised, she didn't like how they reprimanded you, how they reprimanded me, which means how they correct your behavior. She didn't like it, so she took me out, right? But because she started me off in a strong situation, because you know that they teach differently, and you really do catch all of the education in Catholic schooling, right? I don't know if it's different everywhere. I'm talking about here in Florida. Then she sent me to another private school, and I was so strong in education. I'm not even lying to you. I think I was just a straight A/B student. If I got a B, I was upset, and I'm going to tell you why I was so good. Number one, the teachers were amazing, and they were so hands-on. And there probably was like 7 of us in the classroom. So no one was being skipped. Nobody, if you weren't the best learner, that teacher had time to break down the education for you. So you were not going to not understand. You understand? Even if you were slow, you were not going to not understand. So my grade point average was amazing, right? Looking at what, 3.9, 4.0? And then something happened and she had to take me out of private schooling. My grades plummet. They went from A's and B's to straight C's. I was like a C student now. And it was because I was put into an environment. Now I'm in a class with 30 kids. I swear to gosh. I'm from 7 kids, 30 kids. What do you think happened when I went to 30 kids? You think that this one teacher was able to care about me? No, she was like, hey, everybody, this is Shania. This is a new student. Because I had come in the middle of the year. This is a new student. And that was pretty much the most attention I got. Unless I was being chastised. Because I'm the only child, so I was always a talkative person in class. So I'm always getting in trouble, right? But that was the only attention that I got from her, all right? Was she a good teacher? Yes. But these teachers have 30 kids to teach. What kind of blood bleed is this? Unless you're an overachiever, which a lot of people are, I would say, because I'm attracted to smart people. So I would say most of everyone that I socialize with were overachievers. Y'all know who y'all are. They were the A students. They were the ones that were in the gifted program. Because I was attracted to, that's the energy that I was attracted to, because originally that's how I started off. It's just that now, I'm sitting here, number one, I'm the only child, so I never even had to be around a whole bunch of kids. Now you got me in here and I'm acting a fool. I got a whole audience now. I'm acting a fool. So, boom. I realized what worked for me, what didn't work for me, so now I can lead my home in the way that worked for me, right? Because it was mostly finances that were the reason why my mother had to take me out of that situation. So now I'm like, God, I was a mess when I went to public schooling. And some people will agree with it, and some people try to deny it. They try to deny the fact that their kids are struggling in school, and it's because they're in a classroom where there's too many kids. They deny it, but I'm not going to even set myself up, because what we do not invest in now in our children, we end up paying for later. Okay? Straight up and down, all around. What we don't pay for when they're young, we pay for later. Okay? Straight up. So, I invest now, and I try to make sure that their education is in a smaller environment so that they learn, because God forbid I'm not here tomorrow, at least I tried today. Period, point blank, and a period. I will put, or I do put, if you personally know me, you already know this, I will put huge things for myself to the side so that these kids grow up in a situation that will lead them and catapult them in a better future. Period. So, that was a long story. So let's finish the meat and potatoes, because this is the meat and potatoes. This is, okay? Not me, this is. So, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. I've been talking about trees lately, and it's because if you look at a tree, the tree's going to be here before you unless they cut it down. Because naturally the tree will be here before your life and after your life. Okay? Look at how trees just stand. Only thing that happens is it stands. It's sturdy. You can't push it down. It's just growing and it's being. So what happens? That means it absorbs everything around it. It's absorbing it. That's why when we first read, it said that you cannot be amongst the unbelievers. You cannot be around the scornful. Why? Because if you're like a tree, you are planted. All of us want to be leaders. All of us want to be millionaires, or whatever the heck y'all want to be. But you don't understand, you have to be planted to be anything. So it is important to always think about the trees. They are planted, they don't move, and they are still existing and living before your life and after your life. So what does that say to you? They're mature, they don't mind their situations, and it's best that they're in a situation where there is growth, there's water. So that is why it gave you the best situation for a tree. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. Because y'all know every tree that's by a river, it is so big. Are y'all observant or you're not? Am I talking to people that go out in nature or not? If you take walks, you have seen these trees that are planted by water. They're so strong because their roots are being fed. So what does that tell you about you? You have to feed your roots. What are you? Let me calm down. And he shall be like a tree. He is you. Okay? Understand the diction of the Bible. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruits in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doth shall prosper. Y'all believe that? If you don't, just watch certain people. I have seen, even with my own eyes, that's why you got to be careful who you're looking at. I have unfollowed so many people because I realize that what your eyes see, sometimes you end up doing. And I only want to see people that are activating their best selves, right? You don't have to be like me. It's just that I can tell that you are activating the best of you possible. And I can tell because each time I see you, you're either being consistent or you're just being phenomenal. You're being the phenomenal you. So when the last verse of this one, right? The last sentence in verse 3. And whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. Personally, you guys can see the difference between 10 years ago and right now. 10 years ago, I was pretty much trying to lead everything myself. I was trying to make my own money by myself. And I was out here busting my ass. I think anything that you see under my eyes, any fatigue, it was because I was out here busting my ass. I live in Miami. This shit is expensive. I have to have coins. So I was out here by myself, meaning that I was pushing myself. I wasn't trying to take the guidance of God. I was like, you got to make this money. And I was making it happen, so I felt good about it. I'll tell myself what I'm going to do, and I will go and get it, and I'll do it. And so I'm counting all this money, and I'm like, bitch, you did it. Right? And then something happened. Something happened. Caught a case. Caught something. And all this money that I'm sat here and met and made, now I got to put a huge chunk of it towards something stupid because I'm not living and taking guidance from the all-knowing. Now that I do, there's really no hiccup. So therefore, anything that I put my mind to is normally going to work out. Normally. Because I'm not doing it on my own anymore, and I am taking the advice of the all-knowing. Just in case you don't believe in God, you don't believe in the Bible, just know that there's only one all-knowing entity. I'm going to let y'all look at the sunrise again. Just in case y'all like, what's she looking at? Looking at sunrise. This camera has a better, see it? It's coming up. It's coming up. Let me see if I can swivel this one so it can see better. See it? The sun's coming up. See it behind the trees? The sun is coming up and you're here with me. You're here with me. How beautiful. How beautiful is that? Let's just be honest. How beautiful is that? Remember yesterday I was telling you guys to care about the things that are free? Bitch, I didn't pay for the sunrise. I didn't pay for the mother effing sunrise. I didn't pay for that. It was free. It's free. You can go and watch it yourself. You can go look right now for yourself. If you're on the West Coast, it's not happening right now. This is for the East Coast people right now. And for the West Coast, at least I showed you in this video. You see it rising right before your eyes. I'm going to finish this. All right. Hot hands. The ungodly are not so, meaning that this will not happen to people that do not follow God. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm glad this was the next verse. As I was trying to explain, I was getting everything on my own without the leadership of God. So I felt good because I was still attaining goals. So that is what you feel. You're like, child, please, I don't need God. I've been doing this on my own all this time. Y'all seen Players Club? I don't need you to take care of me, Diamond. Remember? I don't remember everything else she said. But she was like, I don't need you to take care of me, Diamond. Period. And that's how you feel because you're still making things happen for yourself. But trust me, it is so sweeter when you do seek the counsel of the all-knowing because he registers things in your mind that are easier, and then it helps you to keep. Does that matter to you guys that you make money and you keep it? Or you make money and then it flips into something that you've been wanting? Does that matter to you? Because it matters to me. Because I would make money and then an incident would happen. I will make money and I have a car accident. Now all this money got to go to this car accident. So take heed. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Okay? Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. So if you don't follow God, you're not even going to be judged. Let me tell you who gets judged. That's why I had to realize, Shania girl, if people are sitting here ridiculing you for twerking and praying, bitch, you're being judged. That means you're doing something right. You're doing something right. Because it is clear as day that when you're a fool, I've been a fool. Have y'all been a fool before? I'll be in a club. I get so twisted, so drunk. Ain't nobody saying nothing to you. They think it's either you're funny or they like this mess that you've become. They want you to be a mess. So no one is judging me now. Nobody, especially those who are around, the sinners who are around me. Nobody's like, girl, pick yourself up off the floor. What you doing? They're all like, got their phone in their hand. Look at her. Look at her. Ain't nobody judging me. They just like, this bitch is a fool. Straight up and down. So when you do have people starting to say, what you doing? It's because they want you to be your best. They see something that could be better. Now, I'm not talking about the scornful. I didn't say nothing about scornful. I'm talking about judgment. You will find that when you're doing your worst, there's rarely judgment around you. People like to see you falling. They love it. And even if they don't think they love it, subconsciously they love it. They love that you're poor. They love that your baby daddy is a mess. They love it. They love it. They love that you're getting treated like shit. They love it. They love that you gonna lose your job. They love it. You have to be careful. For the God which is Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. And that is just understood. Okay? You perish in mind, body, and soul. It's not just one you don't just have one death in life. You ever met somebody and they were so in love with someone that they died when them and the person didn't work out? You saw it. They died right before your eyes because that person was life to them. You know, I even get to speak with people. I'm blessed to know a lot of people, and you see that sometimes people put relationships like in God's place. They look at the counterpart like, you know how you're supposed to serve God and love him? That's how they look at their counterpart. They're like, oh my God, I love you. I'm thinking about you all day. You the best half of me. Even when I be looking at people post and they're like, this is the best part of me, or you all of me, or something, and they talking about a person, I'm like, what? What? You talking about a man? Because I'm confused. I thought you talking about God. You talking about a man or you talking about God? You're all of me. I was nothing before you. What? Girl, I be confused. Who are you you talk about an individual, a human being, that they're all you, you're nothing without them, your life is nothing. I'm confused. Because how is the individual controlling your happiness? I have no idea. But as soon as you don't let an individual control your happiness, you will get happiness. Okay? That you can put on ice. So, take it for what you want. Because I would say 80% of people do put relationships before God. And that's just facts on facts. And you're always going to feel a certain way. And if you don't believe me, let me give you some examples. Everything hurts you. They don't call you for a few hours, you're hurt or you're bothered. You're looking at your phone like as if they owe you something. They come home late and it bothers you. What else do people do naturally? They bought something and they didn't buy it for you. They bought themselves something and now you feel a certain kind of way. You know, things that people are supposed to naturally do, which is do shit with their own mind, not always have to call you whenever they fucking think about something. Now it all bothers you because you're putting this person in a place that you shouldn't be putting them. This is a fucking human being. Okay? Grab a hold of yourself and love yourself more. If you love yourself more, you'll be thinking about yourself in the morning. And then actually, it's called law of attraction. When you become attracted to yourself so much, that is what your counterpart will do. They will start to respect and love you more. And it's so hard to do that most people don't do that. And they surrender to the foolishness of, oh, let me call him. He was supposed to answer the phone. What? Why was he supposed to answer the phone? Why was she supposed to answer? Now you want to beat him up. Why was I supposed to answer the phone? Who said that? Like, is it in the Lamb's Book of Life that at 9 a.m. I'm supposed to answer your phone call? I didn't know that. I didn't know I was born to do that. Cut people some slack, y'all. How are we supposed to become better if you're trying to take the reins on somebody? It's weird. And I have been in that situation, so that's why I can speak on it. I'm not talking about something where I don't even know, I'm oblivious. No, bitch. I have been in horrible situations, so therefore I know that shit was disgusting and it was toxic. Somebody telling me what to do, not in an advice way where they're like, you know, it'd be best if, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you can tell positivity from negativity. If somebody telling you go break into somebody's house, that's negative. But if they're like, it'd be great if, you start building enough money so that you can buy your own house, that's positive. They're telling you, hey, maybe you should stay out the street so much so that you can get rest, so that your ass can think of something clever to get your ass out of the ghetto. Straight up and down. And that is positive reinforcement. Okay? They didn't say, bitch, you dumb and you ain't gonna never be nobody. And what they said is, hey, maybe if you get more rest and you stay out the streets, you'll probably come up with something or invent something that will help you and catapult you to the next level. Okay? And if you're in a relationship where they're consuming you, they always think you need to answer the phone, it's harder for you to get there. Okay? It's harder for you to get there. So if you're the person that is always consuming somebody, then maybe it was meant for you to hear this, because that actually is not attractive. That's probably the one thing that the person hates about the relationship. And thirdly, if you never wanted to be broke, then stop doing that. Stop doing it. In order for people to make money, they have to be busy. They have to be busy. All right. Now let's get into some meditational thoughts. And I'm going to start with prayer. I'm going to bring the cameras down. I have to come back here because I don't want to be me. I want to be someone that you guys needed. I don't know if you understood that. Whenever I'm speaking or whenever I do a seminar, you guys will know about it. I want to be what you needed to hear, not what I wanted to say and do. Lord, thank you for manifesting greatness for us, because everyone's greatness is different. Sometimes we think we know, but we're not all knowing, and we don't know what would take us to the next level. Sometimes it's just an investment. Sometimes it's just a piece of stock. Sometimes it's making a phone call. Sometimes it's going to sleep. Sometimes it's laying down. Sometimes it's getting up. Jesus, we have to know what to do to take us to the next level, especially since we're still in this pandemic. People are being laid off. People are getting less hours. Some people don't even, they have a job, but they're not going to the job because of what's going on. And then the numbers are climbing in Florida. They're climbing. We're being consumed by this virus. Jesus, help us. Only you know. So what I pray for us is that we find ways to keep the circle rolling for us. Meaning that whatever investments we have to make, even if it's in ourselves, something that's free, we pray that the government gives us reparation. Is it called reparation? I'm going to look it up again. I think I said restoration yesterday. I'm not sure. Where we're giving a return of finances that are owed to us. We have been down for so long. If someone's looking at my live or they're looking at my video, they're most likely in my situation or in a middle class situation. I would say upper class people may be looking, but God, you know that I always pray that the eyes that are looking at me are ones that are going to receive me. I don't care about the quality, the quantity, God. I care about the quality. I want to change lives. So thank you for being the source of our energy, which will lead us into making the best decisions for us and those who affect us. So that means I'm praying for the people that are watching. Keep us safe, keep us healthy, and keep us growing, and keep us manifesting income. Amen. So I'm telling you guys something because I keep coming up with things that can equal opportunity. So that means that you can too. I want to let you know that when you see me post those products, ShaniaProFitness.TavaLifestyle.com, you need to try it. You need to try it. You're going to see how each day you start advancing your movements. You have a burst of life that comes inside of you that becomes action. Because it's one thing to be like, girl, I feel good, and another thing to go and do something with it. All right? So let's come down together. This is what I do in the morning, and It's just important. It's just important. We have to understand what is important, right? What is important? What is important? Sometimes we don't understand what is important. Sometimes we don't. We think we do, but we don't. I'm going to give you a example. I told you guys I was doing my live on Jesus. Which one is this? God help me lower this because it's too high. It's not that one. It's too high though. I'm gonna bring you guys up so that you have some of this light. On the 4th of July, I had my own plan, right? A plan that God gave me. And the video kept messing up. So it was making my heart feel funny. I'm like, dang, Lord, like, wow. Let me tell you, I had a revelation yesterday. God was like, Shania, despite losing by 8 videos, look at how happy your family was. Look at how good the food turned out. Look at how good your rest was. Because you did the right thing. You did the right thing. It didn't work out how you had planned it, but you did the right thing. So that's life. Sometimes we're like, girl, I'm about to get my hair done. Or dudes, you're like, I'm about to get a haircut. You have this whole plan. Let's just say it's for a date. Let me just think of something. Look at the sun. The sun is almost at its peak. I want you guys to see this with me because this is life and this is what is free. Of course, I have my wood right here. Of course, this is here, but this is only here because I have to protect my privacy in my neighborhood. But you can still nonetheless see the sun rising. Nonetheless, you can see that sun rising. Oh, it's so beautiful. And I'm thankful that I have the mindset to show it to you as we're witnessing this together. So that's how life is, guys. We have one plan, and then until we take a step outside of ourselves, we realize how beautiful the whole situation was. You know how you plan something with somebody on a date, you're like, man, I'm gonna get my hair cut, I got this outfit. You lay it out, because if you care about somebody, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna plan the date out in your mind and what you're gonna do and how good you're gonna look and how good you're gonna smell, because your alternative goal is to pretty much probably have sex with the person. So you're gonna be your best self, right? You plan the restaurant, and then lo and behold, you pick up the girl and the restaurant's closed. So at that moment, you're upset because you think the girl thinks you funny or awkward, and you're just like, damn, this really was fucked up. Or maybe you'll think that maybe it wasn't meant for you to meet this person. Let me show y'all the sun. Because of how this situation turned out. But guys, biggity but. Hold on. Yeah, I want you to see the sun. But this is exactly what was supposed to happen. You know why? Because now you're on the date with this person, and because the restaurant was closed, you're now talking to the person. Because y'all ain't got shit to do now. So now you're talking to the person. You see the sun? You see it? You're talking to the dang person. And because you're on the way back home now, and you're a little angsty because the plans didn't go how you intended, now you're really getting to see how this person flows in a situation of despair. So now either that person, the girl, is going to be like, oh, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? We can go somewhere else. Or she going to be like, it's all right. We can go out again later. You know, you didn't know. And you get to see, oh, this bitch is chill. Or she going to be like, so fucking flaw. Nigga, you knew this was closed. You know what I'm talking about, fellas. And it was meant for you to have this situation so you could close that door or invite somebody in your life because you realize, man, this girl chill. I like that. Because when the situation didn't work out, which sometimes you need to know early. You need to know that kind of shit early. maybe I'm giving y'all advice. Maybe you need to set up a situation so and have your dates go that way where things don't go as planned, so you get to see the character of that person. Because if things don't work out and they like, yeah, you flaw, right? you need to cut it. But if she's like, yo, we can go somewhere else, or I can cook, yo, you ain't know, and now you know. So that is you looking at the cup full. So when I was so down, I wasn't upset, but I was down because the videos were so good. I had cooked, I had grilled through the whole live, and we lost the live. Like, that was almost, it was so hurtful. And then God was like, Shania, the bigger picture was everybody was happy. There was no calamity. Nobody got hurt. Your children were happy. Your baby was happy. You fed your mother. Everybody liked the food. But if I was a fool, I wouldn't have seen that. I still would have been stuck in, yo, man, we lost the video, yo. So let us understand that what I'm going to do with you guys in the morning, it is so important, because you want to go to that level in your life where you see how you can learn from everything. Everything, not just one thing no more. You're going to learn from everything. All right, so the sun is even further up. Let's look at this together. I'm not playing with y'all. Look at this sun. Look at the sun. So what gives you energy? Where are the real vitamins at? They're in that sun. Ooh, this is what God wanted me to tell y'all. Oh, shoot, almost forgot too, because you guys know how, like, when the celebrities were catching the COVID and they were like, I just want to let you guys know I caught the COVID. I don't want to throw any names out there, but they were the first ones to go on commercials, caught the COVID, or social media. I caught the COVID, and then they were better. They were better. None of them died. Not one of them. Not one of them. You know why? They weren't getting treatment. They weren't going to the hospital. They celebrities. They have the coin. None of them were in a... So what God told me today, because someone else called me and found out some information. So what God wanted me to tell you today, I'm not a doctor. Let's make this clear. I'm Shania. All right? You either know or you don't know. Okay? What he wanted me to tell you is that if you are weary that you may have it, or you have it, you need to go outdoors. You need to go outdoors. Did y'all see my live yesterday? It was 100 million. It was a trillion degrees outside. 1 trillion. And y'all know I'm exaggerating. It was 1 trillion degrees outside. I was dripping from my head from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet without moving. That is what you need. If you feel that you are sick, or you are sick, or you're not sick. People have the virus and are not sick. Take yourself outside. Lay down on the ground. Lay down on the concrete. Lay down in the sun. If you are with somebody that is sick, they're in a wheelchair, or they are crippled, lay them out in the sun today. If you do not take this advice, that's fine. I am not here to force nobody. I don't judge people because I don't want to be judged. I am just telling you what I'm being told. And it's not a person that's telling me. It's the higher power. He's telling me, go outside in the sun. And you want it to be the hottest of men. You don't want it to be, oh God, it's hot. I can't sit out here. Listen, windows. Listen. And I said windows because, whatever. Listen. That's what you want. You want it to be so hot that you're sweating laying down. I'm from Miami. I'm used to this. I'm used to it. I don't live in a cold climate. I'm used to being in weather that is treacherous and I still got to put on makeup. I still have to take my kids to school. I still have to move forward. Still got to smell good. Still got to look good. And it's hot. So yes, you're speaking to somebody that is used to this hot weather. But if you are not, and you're like, I was only able to do it for 2 minutes. It's not good enough. You have to lay out there until you almost melt. And I'm not going to hold you. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. When you are in the hospital, you are in a cold climate. And if y'all don't realize the beginning of this virus, if you don't believe it, if you feel it was a conspiracy, I don't care. The beginning of this virus, they said it cannot live in heat. At the beginning of the virus, they said it cannot live in heat. Once you have hit that hospital, it is cold, and it is a cold environment. I promise y'all, I just heard somebody say that the person who just passed from the COVID was on the phone the day of or the day before and was like, I'm good. I'll be getting out of here. That's why we can't make fun of people. We can't be like, this is not true. Guys, it's real. Get in the sun. Take your baby in the sun. I can't beat a dead horse. I can't. I'm just going to tell you what was told to me, and I was hesitant on saying it because everybody believes everything is a conspiracy. Bitch, I just told you to do something for free. I didn't say go buy stuff, witch hazel and sparkle it. I said lay out in the sun. Even if you don't have it. Even if you don't have it. All right, I keep picking up this towel. Why? You want to be with me? What's up? All right, so let's roll our mats out. If you don't have a mat, that's fine. I've been grounding for forever. I bought this mat finally one day at Ross. Finally. And I can say finally because I take 365 days to buy something for myself. So if you ever see something on me that's nice, trust me, I done did 800,000 things for my children first. 800,000. Look at this outfit. Look at this outfit. Let me show y'all something. I have a workout video for pregnancy coming soon. It's just that these things need to just take a seat until things get better. But even I did a live after I had the baby. I think like a month after I had her. And I had this on. She's 5 months now. Look. We had to take it in. Look how much we had to take it in. We had to take it in. I don't know if she took it in 2 inches or 1 inch on each side. 1 inch on each side. So isn't God good? Just in case y'all can't see it. Isn't God good? Because I don't know if y'all remember that live, but I kept saying my mother was with me, commentating in the back. I pull it up, and she couldn't stand how the outfit looked on me because it was for when I was pregnant. So this front was supposed to, allow for my belly to grow. And then the top was falling down, so we had to take in everything. So I'm very thankful for my mother-in-law because now you can see that you can start to see the difference in my body. And just in case y'all thought that, well, her outfit's still tight and she done had that baby 5 months ago. No, we took it in, baby. We took it in. I don't know if that's 1 inch or 2 inches on each side. So if that's not a testimony for you, then you just don't like testimonies. Instagram, I have to come back. I'll save this live, but as y'all know, they give us a certain hour in a day. That's why you want to also add me on Facebook, because Facebook stays throughout the whole duration of the video. Hi, John. All right, so I'll be right back, guys.